hello everyone. Welcome back to the Inspired Story, Unfiltered Talks with Kasturi. So, today we have a very special guest with us. She is very beautiful, gorgeous, and हमारे कॉलेज के डायरेक्टर ऑफ इंदिरा स्कूल ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन मिसेस रेनू गर्ग मैम. एंड आज उनके साथ हम बहुत सारी बातें करने वाले हैं. इट विल बी वेरी फन एंड वेरी इंस्पायरिंग टू यू गाइज जिनको ड्रामा एंड टेलीविज़न में अपना करियर करना है. मैम, एज वी ऑल नो, यू आर डायरेक्टर ऑफ इंदिरा स्कूल ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन. बिसाइड्स being a director, what Renu Garg really is, we want to know. Everyone wants to know who actually Renu Garg is.
Okay. So, of course, this is one aspect of my life that I'm a director of Indira School of Communication, and that is my identity today. But besides that, I'm a mother, I'm a woman, I'm a wife, I'm a creative person. I was born in a small town of Punjab, a royal city of Patiala, which has a rich culture. It's famous for the Patiala jutis, the parandas. So a very, very vibrant culture is what we have in Punjab. I was blessed to have studied in a school that was that was being built up in that time, by a British lady who had come from London, and she wanted to bring the entire world to this small town. She had married to a Sardar guy there. So at a very young age, we were exposed to art, culture, and she ensured that, each child got equal opportunities, and she valued culture, the traditions. So all that mesmerized me, and I started to see life very differently at a very young age. So I think I was around 4 or 5 when I started performing on stage. And I remember I did this play Alice in Wonderland, and I had this dialogue, executioner, execute them. And it was a awestruck moment for me that I could deliver such lines, go on stage, and then, there was this line there, would you like to have some coffee? And I would say, but I've had none. And the audience would laugh. And I used to feel, okay, there is some magic on stage that, when you go and perform, and then, people feel that connect, or people respond to you. So you hold that power that you do something and people can, respond to those things. So that laid the foundation. I am inclined to literature. So I studied Pash, I studied, Lorca. I was always doing plays, and in my college also I did plays and all. So that's how the journey began, And later on, eventually, because girls were always less in theater and in serials and film, so I got opportunities, pretty easily, because by that time when I was in college or I was in my, high school, everybody was aware that, okay, this is the girl, she's doing theater, and she is, hardworking, and she can deliver the performances. So it was a journey, it did not happen in one day, but that journey continued, I think, and that laid the foundation for me to have, from there to have come to this position where you identify me today as the director of Indira School of Communication.
But actually, I think it was in you. It's actually magic which was brought by the school up, Like you were already talented in acting and performing drama and stuff. So basically, it's in you.
It is.
It was just a spark given by a school to you, opportunity, and you grab that opportunity.
We all have something or the other in us, to be very honest. I did not realize my potential until about I was doing my graduation, because I did BCA. So by the time when I was doing BCA, I was also doing serials, I was also doing one film I was doing, and I would struggle with my marks. So like, we all have, this parental pressure that this is a lucrative line, so you should go into BCA, you should go into something or the other that you can have, a stable career in. Nobody thought that art could be a career, and nobody thought that culture could be something that you can build upon it, you know. So I also, back of the mind, I had that mindset that, you know, somehow I had to live by what my parents are saying. So I continued doing my BCA, but all the time I was struggling. Then one fine day, one of my, you know, cinematographers, who happens to be a, you know, a family friend also, he told me, he said, Renu, you are in the wrong line, you know. You're saying, I see you struggling, you know, you do your shots and then you go back and you sit and you study. I say, sir, this is what I need to do. These are my final exams. And he said, what do you want to do? I said, I don't know. He said, what do you think you will achieve from this? I said, I don't know, but I have to do my BCA, PGDCA, and then what? I said, not sure. So he said, why don't you try masters in theatre and television at the department? Now I said, I'm not sure what will happen with that. He said, let's try. You know, I said, my parents are going to kill me. They are not going to allow me to shift my line now. They've spent so much of money in BCA, nothing doing. I spoke to my mother and she said, no, nothing doing. Now your graduation is done and, you know, you should think of having a stable career. So I said, okay. Meanwhile, I was also working on one of the plays and I met somebody who was a pass out of National School of Drama. So she also insisted that you should go to NSD. So I said, what is this NSD? She said, there is something called as Mandi House. Go to Mandi House and Mandi House में सब नाटक वाटक करते हैं, वहाँ पे करियर बनता है. So शाहरुख खान, वारुख खान सब वहीं के प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, वहाँ पर जाओ आप देखो. I said, all right. So I kind of, you know, convinced my mother that this summer vacation we have to go to Delhi because my Masi lives in Delhi. So I said, we have to go to her place. But did not tell her that I want to NSD. So I went there and then I asked my Masi, I said, Masi, Mandi House क्या है? So you know, Mandi, like for me it was like sabzi mandi है या क्या है? Not knowing. She said, हाँ, Mandi House में श्री राम सेंटर है, वहाँ पर you know बहुत सारे ऑडिटोरियम्स हैं, तो वहाँ पे नाटक होता है, NSD है. So she said, राष्ट्रीय नाट्य विद्यालय है. Now I said, राष्ट्रीय नाट्य विद्यालय ही NSD होता है क्या? Let me go and check. I went there and somehow convinced my mom and I went there and I met Piyush Mishra ji. So my senior, but that time I was an outsider. So Piyush Mishra ji was there and he asked me, I said, Dada, NSD karna hai. So he said, Ibrahim Alkazi pata hai kaun hai? So I said, nahi. He said, अच्छा गिरीश कार्नाड पता है कौन है? नहीं. अच्छा फलाना पता है, ढिमकाना पता है? कुछ नहीं पता है. तो he said, फिर NSD नहीं हो सकता, जाओ. So I was taken aback. I said, अब NSD नहीं हो सकता, ये सब बोल रहे हैं NSD कर लो, लाइन भी यही पकड़ी हुई है मैंने, मेरा तो कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. So nevertheless, तब NSD के फॉर्म्स निकल रहे थे, मैंने अप्लाई कर दिया. अप्लाई करा, मैं फेल हो गई. अब पेरेंट्स सेड हो गया तेरा NSD का भूत सवार, बस हो गया, चले जाओ. Not knowing that it was really tough to crack NSD. It's even tough today. It's not that easy. And so I said, ये तो बहुत बुरा हाल हो गया, अब क्या करें? I went back to my, you know, this cinematographer and I told him, I said, sir, ये तो NSD तो रह गया. So he said, अभी masters के MA theatre television के भी exam, मतलब the entrance is going on. Why don't you try there? I said, my parents are not going to agree now. I think I should just forget. He said, let's go. I said, but nobody is going to pay for my fees. My parents are not convinced about it. He said, let's try. I said, all right. I went there and coincidentally that was the last day and the jury was there and they said, perform something. So I said, okay. Now when I had applied for NSD, I had, you know, prepared this play का एक speech तैयार करा था, खामोश अदालत जारी है, बनारस character from विजय तेंदुलकर जी's play. So मैंने वो बनारे का जो speech था मुझे याद था, तो मैंने फटाफट वो jury के आगे perform कर दिया. And they somehow liked it. And I stood first in the audition and I was given the scholarship. So I got scholarship. 2 years of my education in masters was free. And that BCA where I was struggling, luckily I got distinction in English.
Oh my God.
There also. So here I managed to do 2 years of my masters. And during that masters, I did so many plays. I did He, Ranja, Soni Mahiwal, all the sorts of plays and Jasma Udan. And got to meet a lot of people from the theatre background, understood who is Girish Karnad, who is Vijay Tendulkar, and I did my preparations for NSD. So after completing my masters, I went back to NSD to give the exam. And then my then director of NSD said, why are you again trying? Why didn't you try last year? So I said, sir, I was not prepared last year. I was doing my masters and I wanted to complete my masters and then come back to NSD. So I said, okay, right, do it, karo aap dekhiye. So we have this workshop as a part of the selection thing. So, you know, you are supposed to be there and be stationed at NSD and do a workshop as the final selection. When you have like around 60 people, out of those 60 people, they'll select. So I somehow got selected. Now selection itself is a story, you know, that I'll share later on. So that's how I got selected in NSD, and yeah, then rest is history, I think.
Then recently you are a PhD research scholar. So can you just brief me about what is PhD research scholar?
Okay, okay. So PhD is supposed to be your highest education.
Right.
And if you're in education, it is always advisable to have a PhD. Though NSDians do not need a PhD. But then, you know, during the lockdown, that was a time when all of us were, you know, in our own shell. We were not going out. And that was the time I was thinking that, what is it that I can do for myself, you know? Because as teachers, we must upgrade ourselves. We must continue to learn, you know. Only then we can teach the younger generation if we know what is happening in the industry, or, you know, what are the changes coming in the society and what is expected of, you know, teaching professionals. So I thought, let me, you know, think of something that that I will feel satisfied doing, that this is something that I'm doing for myself. This will contribute to my own journey. So I said, let me try for a PhD thing, you know. And this was a dream that I always wanted to do a PhD. And I got lucky that during the pandemic, I started with my PhD. And today I have a good, you know, peer group in my Jaipur, you know, Vivekanand Global University, from where I'm doing my PhD, and I get to live a student life when I go there again. And my, you know, my co-PhD guys are sometimes, most of the time, younger than me, so they're always helping me. I get to learn so many things, and this identity of mine does not, you know, overshadow there. So it's like I'm a student there, so living a hostel, you know, living, of course I stay in a hotel, I don't live in the hostel, but sometimes I go to the mess, eating the mess food, sitting with them,
enjoying the college
life again, yeah. And in a way also enhancing my skills, understanding what is happening globally in the arts field. My topic is also very interesting, emerging trends in, you know, in light of COVID in theatre. So I am studying, I'm understanding, you know, what are the changes or what are the trends that are following in the worldwide. And I hope to bring all that to my college, you know, through whatever productions we do or whatever classes we conduct, whatever the training process is, you know. So whatever I'm receiving, whatever I'm learning there, I'm ensuring that I put that into practice, you know. And yeah, that's it.
I want to ask, like you talked about the pandemic era of drama, and which was affected immensely. So I want to know how bad it was for industry.
It was really bad. Not just for the industry, I think it was bad for the entire mankind. This was something that we were not prepared for. And I think any time an adversity hits, we are never prepared. So, but for the art field, it was worse. Because as an artist, you don't have a product that you can sell. You know, if, let's say, if you have a phone today, you can maybe go online and sell. But as an artist, you're selling your craft, something that you know you love. Today, when both of us are talking, there is some interaction happening. Now just imagine there is no interaction happening and I'm just talking to a wall. that connect is not there. That give and take of the emotion is not there. What I'm feeling, my emotions may not go to you. What you are feeling, I will not get that, in return, that, okay, my work is getting reciprocated. It's not just, that you go and deliver the dialogues. It is the chemistry between the co-actors, between the
Audience.
space, between the bodies, between the space that you build up, those small moments, those, even each other's, presence makes a whole lot of a difference. The way you smell, the way I smell, those are the moments that you build upon as an artist, So when that is missing, and you're confined to home and you're thinking of just doing something for the sake of doing. We all tried, we had a lot of online sessions, but the magic that live performances have, that cannot be created, So, and this experience, I think all the artists worldwide, they share
Face
the
the
same
same
sentiment.
situation.
Everyone shares that cannot be replaced.
But I guess most of the artists were connected on social media much more because they had no option. But after the pandemic, what were the changes? And I guess industry became a boom.
Yeah,
Came into like magic.
yeah.
Like we can see in just like 6 months, we can see a huge difference in industry. So what was that difference and how did it happen?
So I think somebody's rightly said that what doesn't kill you, it builds you. So I think the same thing happened with the art field also. That since we are creative people, since we are adaptable to change, and change is constant, you know, there is always a change happening in all of us, in all our surroundings. Change is going to be there. But as an artist, we realized it that we need to adapt to this medium very quickly. So you see the amount of OTT networks that came up, the OTT channels came up, people were doing solo performances, so many films came up, So digital media picked it up, And then I think technology, because technology was something that we could lay our hands on, if not the emotions, if not the actors. So all these artists or all of us, we were dependent on technology. And we thought that let's make the most of this technology. And I think that making most of the technology is what we see today, that all these AIs have come up, all these softwares have come up, all these podcasts have come up, new mediums have come up, So that
was a big
big change, I
Big
think.
change.
Big change, yeah. And today, I think what the audience is again looking forward to is more of an immersive experience, a more of a participatory experience, that they want to be a part of it, They don't want to be passive.
Yeah.
Because if I have to be passive, then I have, television is one of the mediums where I can go and I can passively just sit in my own space, in my own confined this thing. I don't even have to have somebody sitting next to me and I can experience, the OTT platform. But when it comes to live performance, we want to, as audience or as, somebody who's experiencing theater, we want that my laughter spreads, or,
Yeah.
Somebody else is laughing, it is infectious, it spreads to us. So, and by nature, we are community driven. Humans are not meant to be staying in isolation. We are supposed to be staying together. So all the rituals, if you see, all even right from birth to death, there is always, people coming together, people coming
Connecting.
together. So adversity or not adversity, humans are meant to come together. So that experience cannot be replaced on the OTT platform.
So मुझे पता है कि आपने 2008 से लेके 2011 तक अनुपम सर के साथ काम किया है, तो वो आपका एक्सपीरियंस कैसा था? मतलब आपके थॉट प्रोसेस क्या था? मतलब हर एक का ड्रीम होता है उनके साथ काम करने का, और आपने तो 2 या 3 साल उनके साथ काम किया है, तो
exactly 4 years.
एग्जैक्टली 4 इयर्स। तो आपकी थॉट प्रोसेस क्या थी? आपके इमोशंस क्या थे? फीलिंग्स क्या थी? दैट रश?
Not really a rush thing, because जब हम NSD में थे, so we had wonderful teachers like, Nasir ji aa rahe hain kabhi, we had kabhi Nawaz aa rahe hain. So we were already, in fact, Kher Saab was also the chairman of our institute that time. So that awestruck wala cheez to nahi tha, and neither these people, when they come to NSD, they ever made us feel that, they are stars or we are anything less, because there is a mutual respect for
Understanding.
each other's work, that tomorrow, okay, maybe somebody out of them will also reach that height where we are today, right? But what we respect each other more is the artist in that person. And Kher Saab, being a wonderful, wonderful person, I was blown by his performance when I saw his this Kuch Bhi Ho Sakta Hai, his famous play. And in that he says that, a small town guy from Shimla, if he can become Anupam Kher, so anything can happen in life. So I think this, my stint with Actor Prepares was also that kuch bhi ho sakta hai moment. I really did not take up, did not want to take up teaching at that time, because I was just out of NSD. I completed NSD in 2007 in July, and then I was doing some workshop in Amritsar, and I came back to Delhi, and I met my then director Ankur ji, and he asked me like, what are you doing? And I told him I'm doing something like this. And that time Anupam Kher had already set up his Actor Prepares in Mumbai, and one of our senior was already working with Anupam Kher ji. So it was a big hype that, okay, uski to life ban gayi, he's working with Anupam Kher. So that factor was definitely there. So when I got an opportunity, they said, why don't, then if you're interested in teaching, to Anupam dhoond raha hai, tum chale jao. I was like, Anupam dhoond raha hai, chale jao, but I don't foresee myself doing, teaching and all that. So he said, jaake mil lo. I said, okay, theek hai, jaake mil lete. Now the attraction was that New Year was approaching, and New Year aa raha hai. तो मुंबई में न्यू ईयर मनाने का मौका मिलेगा, because Kher Saab wanted to meet me around that time. So I went with that thing in my mind, okay, New Year celebrations in Mumbai. But when I met Kher Sir, and when we discussed, and he liked it, and that time he was setting up his Chandigarh branch. So he offered me to, go to the Chandigarh branch, and I was working in the Chandigarh branch. Then after Chandigarh, I moved to Ahmedabad also. So till about 2012, I was working with Anupam Kher's Actor Prepares. Thoroughly enjoyed my stint, learned the best lessons from him. He's a wonderful, wonderful human being, a wonderful teacher, and I think he's a walking institution. So though I was a faculty, and but when he would come and take classes, it would be like a master class for me also.
Right.
So yeah.
मीन्स जो लोग बोलते हैं ना कि मतलब एक माइंडसेट होता है कि इंडस्ट्री से कुछ सीखने को नहीं मिलता है, ये बात गलत है. इट्स अ वेरी रॉन्ग स्टेटमेंट विच पीपल यूज स्टिल दे यूज इट. सो इट्स अ वेरी रॉन्ग स्टेटमेंट. जैसे ये इंसिडेंट है, उसमें से पता चल रहा है कि हर एक इंसान से, हर एक आर्टिस्ट से सीखने को बहुत मिलता है.
एग्जैक्टली.
एंड पीपल आर नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग इट. उनकी मेंटालिटी उतनी है ही नहीं कि वो समझेंगे कि सीखने को मिलता है. सो आई स्टिल हियर कि इंडस्ट्री से क्या क्या मिलेगा, क्या करेंगे इंडस्ट्री में जाके, क्या करोगे, है कुछ स्कोप है. तो ये सुपर, मतलब ये जो स्टेटमेंट है कि इंडस्ट्री से कुछ नहीं मिलता है, वो आप कैसे बदलोगे?
ये सिर्फ एक इंडस्ट्री की बात नहीं है. आई थिंक जब लोग सक्सेसफुल हो जाते हैं तो बहुत आसान होता है बोल देना कि इनके लिए सक्सेस आसान थी, बट एज वी से दैट रोम वाज नॉट बिल्ट इन अ डे. तो जितने भी लोगों को आप सक्सेसफुल देखते हो इंडस्ट्री में, उनके पीछे सालों की मेहनत होती है, and they are very particular about things, and you are in the public domain. As I said, you don't have a product to sell. Your body, your emotions, the way you look, the way you carry yourself, that is what you're selling. And you are in the public domain. So hours of hard work, gym, rigorous diets, disciplined life. आप जो कैरेक्टर्स फिल्म में देखते हैं, they are not those characters. As human beings, they are very different. very disciplined, and only actors or only professionals who are disciplined, they have made it big. You think today Amitabh Bachchan ji, at this age also, it's been easy for him.
No.
The kind of accident he's had, the kind of medical problems he's had, still he rises up to the
yeah.
occasion, and today you like, oh, okay, this is Amitabh Bachchan. So when you see these thousands of people standing in front of his gate every week, you think it just happens. Agar industry se kuch so that love and respect you can only earn if you have something to be able to sustain. Otherwise, there are so many actors, they come,
Go.
every Friday we say that a star is
Yeah,
born, and then
yeah.
they are gone. So even when people say star kids or nepotism, I disagree. You see, if a doctor's child will become a doctor, so why not an actor's child an actor? I mean, why not? When the child has seen, his parents always on the sets, when the scripts are being read, when they've seen their parents working late hours, what is expected of that child? You
Right.
think the child should go into becoming a doctor or an engineer? Why not an actor? And then the industry decides, the audience decide when they see their performances. If they are not delivering, if they are not, able to perform, the industry rejects them.
Right.
Right. So it's not like, okay, क्या करोगे जाके? आप जाओ, आप करके देखो. अगर आप में कुछ होगा, so you will be accepted, you will be given a place, and if you don't have it, you will be rejected. And this applies to any
Anyone.
industry, any job profession you go, anywhere you go. You are expected to deliver. If you can't deliver, you are a failure.
Right.
So industry में भी वही struggle है जो किसी भी field में struggle है. लेकिन हर सक्सेसफुल इंसान को बहुत आसानी से लोग बोल देते हैं कि इनके लिए आसान था,
Right.
हमारे लिए ये थोड़ा मुश्किल है.
मुश्किल है.
Yeah.
Means that statement is very wrong.
And I think success is a very relative thing. You have to start think for yourself, what is success for me, कि मैंने अपनी जर्नी कहाँ से स्टार्ट करी, वहाँ से मैं अगर यहाँ पहुँचकर खुश हूँ तो आई एम सक्सेसफुल.
Yeah, right.
So not necessarily, कि आप सोचोगे कि ओके टुडे कपिल शर्मा यहाँ से उठकर वहाँ बढ़ गया है तो उसके लिए आसान रहा है. Even if you don't reach that, but wherever you started your journey from and wherever you reach, if you're happy and contented with it, that is success for you. And if you're not contented, then you become anything. You will only be comparing yourself with somebody or the other, Oh, I have a small car, this person has a bigger
Big
car.
car.
This person has a bigger car, so he will think that I should have a bigger bungalow.
ये
So
सब जलन में ही चला जाता है
it is
पूरा.
endless, yeah.
तो अगर किसी को ड्रामा एंड टेलीविजन में अपना करियर बनाना है तो आप उनके लिए क्या सजेशन दोगे?
मैं उनको एक ही सजेशन दूंगी कि पढ़ाई करो. आपको किसी में भी करियर बनाना है, किसी भी चीज में, देयर आर नो शॉर्टकट्स टू सक्सेस. You must study, you must have the command on your subject, you must know your subject well. See, there could be things like 4 लोग कर सकते हैं, मैं नहीं कर सकती, बट जो मैं कर सकती हूँ
वो
वो
चार
4 लोग नहीं कर सकते. So you need to find that in yourself, that what is that you can offer. If you find what is unique in you, if you can find what you can offer, then there is scope for you, then there is place for you. Problem is we think of doing things instantly, like instant coffee aa gaya, instant noodles aa gaya. Even when it is instant coffee and noodle, the manufacturer, the person, or the process behind it, it is not instant.
Right.
There is a whole process going, in making that instant coffee or instant noodles. So even if you have to make shorts, even if you have to make reels, you need to know your softwares, your tools, your script, your everything in detail, and education. Because if you want to climb higher in, in the corporate sector or any other field, your education is what will, matter. When you're sitting with 4 individuals, if you can't talk on the topic that you are working on, makes no sense. Today I'm doing an interview. If I cannot give you insights of my subject,
Then there's no point.
then
of
there
an
is no
interview.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think education, learning what is happening in the industry, keeping yourself updated, being open to change is very, very
Yeah,
important.
that's a
Sometimes what
very
happens,
big
sometimes what happens is, now, like I was doing BCA. If I would have not thought of accepting, okay, some other field I should try, I wouldn't have reached here. So similarly, sometimes youngsters get stuck at point, okay, I have done this qualification, so I need to have a job in this only. So being adaptable, being able to, change and fit yourself into new circumstances and being able to rebuild, that is something very, very important.
And I guess this generation is lacking in that, I guess, because they have easy access to everything. Just like I'll tell you, like I know कंप्यूटर तो मैं कंप्यूटर ही करूँगा, मैं क्यों जाऊँ दूसरा कोई फील्ड देखने के लिए. लाइक द एक्सप्लोरिंग पार्ट ऑफ दिस यूथ, आई गेस इट्स वेरी क्या बोलते हैं, पेशेंस ही नहीं है हमें. इंस्टेंटली आप जैसे बोले कि इंस्टेंटली चाहिए, इट्स द वेरी राइट पॉइंट कि हर चीज़ लाइक चलो ठीक है इंस्टाग्राम पे रील डाल दिया, लाइक तो आनी चाहिए ना, हम लोग बना रहे हैं रील्स, आनी चाहिए लाइक्स हमें.
चाहे खुद के पैसे
हाँ,
डालकर भी हम
हाँ.
लाइक्स और सब्सक्राइब्स खरीदें.
लाइक इट्स द दैट थिंग कि ट्रेंड ठीक है, यंगस्टर्स को ट्रेंड फॉलो करना चाहिए, पर दे शुड नो देयर लिमिट्स आल्सो. Sometimes they lose their limits. What are your thoughts on that?
आई थिंक इसमें भी उनकी गलती नहीं है कहीं ना कहीं. मुझे ऐसे भी लगता है कि कहीं कहीं हमारा ना एजुकेशन सिस्टम में भी ऐसे ही हो जाता है. एंड देन द फैमिली प्रेशर इज ऑल्सो देयर. डॉक्टर की पढ़ाई करी है, इंजीनियरिंग की पढ़ाई करी है. सो नाउ आई थिंक why the government felt the need to introduce the new education policy, or why the government felt that there is something lacking in our education, which I think a lot of Western countries have adapted very nicely. Here, if you've chosen science, you don't have an option of, picking up something else that you enjoy, that you think that this can also be a career on. So the education system is such that you feel that, okay, I spent 5 years in this education to become a computer specialist. Now if I go to some other field, how many years I will be spending?
Right.
Whereas if we have an education system where you are introduced to everything, and once you are exposed to everything, you are able to pick and choose for yourself, I think that will make a tremendous sensitize them. Tell them the pros and cons of everything. When parents are spending so much of money, they should know, the child should know that if I don't do good well in my studies, what are the pros and cons? So when you are accountable for your action, you will not choose wrong things for you. But when that accountability factor is not there, that is where the child also misses and the parents also misses.
So somewhere India is lacking in that part.
Of course we are lacking. I always tell my students also that it is very easy to, go to, CCD and, buy your friend's coffee with your parents' money. But you have to come to a point where you buy your own coffee and you are able to buy coffee for your friends. Now, when that mindset will come in a child, that person will learn the importance of earning money. So you have to tell the children at a very young age that no matter what, if you have to have an independent life, you should be able to have a grounding for yourself where you are able to sustain your life and the lives of people around you. So when you add that value to the education, where you see that, okay, this is an investment I'm making into my career and I need to have certain returns from it, then the perspective or the objective of education is achieved.
तो जैसे कि अपने मनी पे लाए दिया है, तो आई आस्क कि मतलब जो पहली कमाई होती है वो बहुत ही गजब होती है. इट्स वेरी मेमोरेबल. एंड जो हम अपने मॉम डैड को कुछ गिफ्ट्स लेते हैं, दैट इज द मोस्ट, मतलब अपने मॉम डैड वो रखते ही है संभाल के. मे बी जस्ट फॉर 40 years they will keep it. That sari is in their cupboard. So what was the first gift you gave your mom, dad?
Okay, I did not give a gift say, because my first check came when I was in 10th standard.
Oh my
and
God.
It was a 300 rupee check for some work that I had done, in a performance or something. And I was so excited, so happy, and I was like, it wasn't like 300 rupees. It was like,
you can't count that money.
I can't.
You can't count
and
that
I never encashed that check. It is still lying in my, somewhere in my memory box.
Oh
that 300 rupees check, I still have it with me. And my parents, it's a prized possession for them. So my parents were happy to receive the check and saying that they are never going to encash it. So that was my first earning
That
of
would
300
be
rupees
like
in my 10th standard.
that moment would be like कभी भूल नहीं सकते वो, मतलब
कभी
वो
नहीं, कभी
रिएक्शन,
नहीं. Oh yeah.
हाथ में आया हुआ चेक तो कभी नहीं.
कभी नहीं, कभी नहीं.
Besides your mom dad, आपका रोल मॉडल कौन है? जिस तरह से आपको सबसे ज्यादा इंस्पिरेशन और सबसे ज्यादा आपने उनसे सीखा?
I think my teachers have always been my role models. And at present, I would say my own chairperson, Dr. Tarita Shankar ma'am, from Indira Group of Institute, she's been my role model for, I think, almost a decade now. And uh, as a person, she is a wonderful, human being. The way she teaches us about life and the way she looks after people around her, and what a strong and a successful woman, when you say, um, should be. I think I idolize her. I see so many wonderful qualities, and the way she, inspires her students and especially the girls, that is really, really commendable. If I could only be like 1% of what she is, I would be very happy that, okay, yes, I've achieved something in my life. Yeah. So she's had a big influence on me.
तो हर एक फेज में आपके कुछ बैड सर्कमस्टेंसेस हो ही रहेंगे, कुछ थोड़ा बैड फॉल हुआ रहेगा, जिधर थोड़ा आपका ब्रेक डाउन भी हुआ रहेगा. तो आपने उसमें से वो सिचुएशन कैसे टैकल की और खुद को मोटिवेटेड कैसे रखा, जो ये जनरेशन इज समहाउ लैकिंग इन दैट, depression and stuff, they're getting more involved in it. So for them, what would you say? Like, you also had some bad phase.
Of course, we all have bad
We all
phases.
have some bad
We,
phase.
we also have bad phases, and life is not a bed of roses. But I think if you have a failure, if you have a bad phase in life, it doesn't mean that, you are wrong or you couldn't do your best. It just means that maybe you did your best, but there could be another way or another style of doing it where you faltered. So I think one should introspect and find what went wrong and accept the fact that there are other ways of doing something, and move on.
That's a big thing. Moving on is a big part for this generation.
No, I think it's not about moving on. It is about giving time to that emotion also sometimes. If I'm sad, what happens most of the time with the youngsters, we don't want to live that moment. I always tell my students on stage, please be in the moment. You must have heard this, please be in the moment. So what is that being in the moment? I'm sad, I have had a failure in my life. I don't want to be in that moment. I'll go to my phone, pick up something, see a reel. Oh, she's lost so much of weight. Oh, she has a... We are not living that emotion only. Rather live that moment. If you have, if there is a, period of, grief, live it. It's absolutely fine. Give time to your emotions. Give yourself time to come out of it. If you're just suppressing something, it is always going to bounce.
Right.
So what happens is that the younger generation is maybe not getting that outlet to,
Bounce
to come
back
out of it.
Yeah.
And today the society being very individualistic, where we don't know what the child is doing in the room. It is, my phone, my room, my space, this whole agenda of my. That is problematic. So you have your own space, of course, but also come together as a family.
Right.
And don't be ashamed of your failures.
That's right.
Even if you failed, it taught you a lesson. You learned something.
Right.
And life is not going to stop. Anyways, we have to continue with life. So if we have to continue with life, why not continue with positivity? With keeping that experience with us. So I think living in the moment is important. Learning the lessons of that failure is important. And moving on is the way forward.
So one moment, मतलब मैं हिंदी में ही बोलूँगी अभी, कि ऐसा एक मोमेंट
हम्म।
जिधर आपको लगा मैं किधर थी और मैं किधर आ गई हूँ, आई एम सेटिस्फाइड व्हाट आई एम डूइंग और मैं आगे और बढ़ने वाली हूँ, ऐसा मोमेंट कौन सा था कि ऐसा आपको क्लिक होता है कॉफी पीते वक्त कि व्हाट आई एम नाउ?
ओके, ऐसा एक मोमेंट मुझे याद है, बट दैट इज लाइक मेनी मेनी इयर्स बैक. सो दैट इज द मोमेंट व्हेन आई गॉट सिलेक्टेड फॉर एनएसडी. तो वो बड़ा ही ड्रामेटिक इंसिडेंट था. आई शेयर इट विद यू. सो आई वाज एट माय बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स प्लेस इन अमृतसर एंड ही एंड आई वर डूइंग वर्कशॉप. वी वर हैंडलिंग अ यूथ फेस्टिवल देयर and both of us had applied for NSD, you know. And तो हम साथ में गए NSD, साथ में workshop, and we went till the first round, right? And I was at his place in Amritsar staying with his family, and the NSD results came. So what had happened the previous year, somebody did not get selected at NSD, so he had vandalized the director's cabin and the car and everything, and had tried to attempt suicide and all.
Oh my God.
So NSD decided that we are not going to make the result public, and we are going to just send the letters to the people who are selected.
Right.
So we got to know from our theatre fraternity in Amritsar that there is one selection that has happened. And my friend, he had huge experience in theatre, and he had a good name in theatre in Amritsar also. So he came with this news with a very happy face, and I thought he already knows that he's selected. And so I also, congratulated him, and there was this whole thing in the family that okay, chalo,
हो गया.
life ban gayi hai and ho gaya and everything. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe. So I was like, so he was like, what are you going to do next? I said, well, see, my parents had already clearly, told me that if NSD does not happen this year, now you're done with your masters and everything. So I will have to get married. I will look for a guy and I'll get married. But you have a wonderful career ahead. You are selected and all that. So okay, so we celebrated and stuff, and he was pretty sure. And I knew, like I was 100% sure that since this guy is so confident, he knows that he's selected, but he's not making it obvious to me so that I don't feel, that bad. So next day he comes and he said that I've got to know I'm not selected. No. Next day the letter came to his house.
Okay.
So the letter came and they said, okay, you tried hard and everything, but we are sorry
not
to let you
selected.
know you're not selected. Now
Drama begins.
drama begins, and he and I, and we were like, then who is selected? Because it was just two of us.
Two of us.
So is
Oh
it
my
me
God.
selected? And the whole narrative and the plot turn happened, and then I calling my parents and asking where is the letter, and so that was the moment. Then that one day I was in huge. I was very sad, envy, jealous, everything that you can have for a friend. Though I was feeling good for him that he's selected, but at the same time, we are individuals, we also think for ourselves. So thoda sa to hum bhi mean hote hain. So inside I was feeling bad only that, this guy is selected and he's a guy, he already has a career. So now I will be only, getting married.
पता
And
नहीं होगा क्या होगा
kya hoga? But when this plot twist happened, so I think that was the moment I realized, because I did my master's with a scholarship, and again NSD I was selected with a scholarship. So that was a moment for me that I felt, boss, ये अपनी तो निकल पड़ी, बैकपैक करो और चलो,
मेरी लाइफ
चलो।
सेट हो गई.
पर शादी नहीं करनी पड़ेगी, बेस्ट इज कि शादी नहीं करनी पड़ेगी, लाइफ सेट तो बाद में है, और दुनिया का अच्छा नाटक देखने को मिलेगा, पढ़े लिखे लोगों के साथ रहेंगे, लर्नर्ड लोगों के साथ, मतलब जीवन में आगे ग्रो करेंगे, कुछ आगे हो पाएगा, सो आई विल हैव समथिंग टू फॉल बैक ऑन. सो दैट वाज वन मोमेंट आई थिंक जो बहुत बढ़िया था.
Ma'am, what are your hobbies?
My hobbies. Okay, one of course theatre.
Yeah.
It's no more a hobby, it's my full-time profession. But I like cooking occasionally.
Let's just mention that.
Yeah, very important. Occasionally, when I'm in mood, I like cooking. I like listening to good music. And I like to spend time with myself, Yeah.
That's very amazing, but पंजाबी लड़की भंगड़ा नहीं करेगी तो
भंगड़ा नहीं करेगी?
तो
नहीं नहीं, when I dance like crazy. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है,
मैं
भंगड़ा
वही
नहीं करेगी.
मैं 2 मिनट सोच रही थी कि
But
हॉबी
that's
में
not my
डांस
hobby.
no
Of
you
course,
can dance na
I can dance, but that's not my hobby per se. Like, hobby is something that you enjoy doing. Maybe like, you know, traveling, reading a book, that could be a hobby. Doing bhangra, definitely not my hobby.
but you love to do that.
Yes, I love to dance. That's not an issue, but it has to be at the right place at the right time.
That's important
Yeah,
to
not that I
mention.
play the music and start dancing anytime.
Yeah. When you decide a goal
Mhm.
और वो गोल अचीव करने में थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम्स आए या वो गोल अचीव नहीं हुआ है तो आप खुद को मोटिवेट कैसे रखते हो उस पीरियड में खुद को वापस बाउंस बैक?
So I think एक तो जब मैं गोल रखती हूँ, I keep a realistic goal. You know, that is very important. And then keeping a realistic goal and then working backwards. You know, कि अगर if this is what I want to achieve in a year's time, then what I need to do in 6 months, what I need to do in 4 months, what I need to do in 3 months, what I need to do today, this week. So that is very, very important. Second, अगर वो goal से थोड़ा deviate भी हुए, so at least in this process of what you have done over the period of time, you will be somewhere. If not there, you will be very close to what you aspire to have achieved. Or you will gain some experience that will help you to decide on another goal in life. You know, so goals can keep changing. Today maybe I will have a goal, okay, I want to buy a XYZ thing. But tomorrow there could be a necessity in the house or in my circumstances which doesn't allow me to go for that goal. So I need to have another goal. So flexibility between the goals is very, very important. Realistic goals are also very, very important, you know.
I guess everyone is lacking in that realistic goal keeping mindset. Like बड़े सपने होते हैं but पर इस सामने जो सिचुएशन है उसको फेस करना कभी कभी मुश्किल हो जाता है बड़े ड्रीम्स के वजह से.
सपने बड़े ही देखने चाहिए. मैं छोटा सपना क्यों देखूं? छोटा सपना क्यों देखने का है? सपना बड़ा ही देखो. उसके लिए मेहनत भी करो, क्या पता सच भी हो जाए. बट मेहनत करो, काम करो. सिर्फ सपने नहीं देख, ऐसा नहीं हो कि हम बबल में रह रहे हैं कि सपना देख रहे हैं. आपका सपना है, ओके, यू वांट टू बिल्ड अप एन एम्पायर. उसके पीछे पीछे मेहनत क्या करनी पड़ेगी आपको? बी रेडी टू डू दैट हार्ड वर्क एंड अपने लिए काम करो. नॉट बिकॉज मम्मी खुश हो जाएगी, यू नो, समवन माय फ्रेंड विल बी हैप्पी, और या इंस्टेंट फेम आ जाएगा, एक मेरा वीडियो वायरल हो गया. वो नहीं, अपने लिए काम करो. व्हेन कॉन्स्टेंटली यू आर डूइंग समथिंग तो आप कहीं ना कहीं जरूर पहुंचेंगे.
व्हाट अ लाइन. पॉइंट है, एकदम बराबर है. तो आपने 2022 में एक अवार्ड जीता था बेस्ट डायरेक्टर के लिए. So I want to know about that award. It's a Best Director Award in Mass Media Management at World Education
So
Congress.
I think these awards, they basically help us to keep our focus and keep us motivated and keep us grounded. And the awards, I think it basically acknowledges your, you know, contribution to something that you're doing. Sometimes when you are in the field for many, many years, you feel whether, you know, is it required, or you just feel that, okay, I have done so much, now what is the need to, you know, take it further. So awards always give you that push or that acknowledgement of what you're doing is right. You know, so I think it helped me to realize that, you know, what I'm doing, it is not going unnoticed. There are people who are noticing it, and it is being acknowledged. And once your good work is acknowledged, it motivates you to do further good. So it, yeah.
Yeah, it motivated you.
Yeah.
So what are your goals of 2024?
Okay, goals of 2024. First and foremost, I have to finish my PhD this year. Then There are also plans of revamping the course that we are running here. So introduction of new courses, introduction of new technology, which I think most of the students are going to witness it now. So these are some small goals that I have set up for myself. And besides that, I think if I could go on a solo holiday, which looks like a distant dream, never happening, but if I can go for a solo holiday. Otherwise, whenever I go for my PhD to Jaipur, I consider that that's my solo
Solo.
holiday. But yeah, I think one solo holiday much needed in 24.
How do you manage your social life, your work life, and your personal life?
Okay. So, social life, I think the way I manage it is that I am not a very social person. My circle is very small. I only mingle with people uh, who can make a meaningful contribution to my life, or where I can make a meaningful contribution to their lives.
Right.
So I do not believe in just time pass and just wasting your time on things that really don't need your time. One. Uh, then you said personal.
Personal life.
Personal life. Personal life, you have to have control of your personal life all the time, because if you don't take care of your life, nobody else is coming to your rescue. So you need to have control of your personal life all the time, which means that you know what you are accountable for your actions. You know what your responsibilities are. You know, most importantly, to know what you don't want to do or what you don't have to do. So refraining yourself from certain things, understanding your responsibilities, uh, being with yourself, and okay, understanding that this is Renu, not coming in that peer pressure that okay, somebody is like this, so I am me, I am me, I am me, and I am
Going to be like
this, and
whatever.
and I'm contented in being myself,
am.
what I am.
Yeah.
If I'm different, I'm okay with it. If if I have certain flaws, I accept my flaws, and I am like that. Of course, I'm ready to work on my flaws. That doesn't mean that I don't want to work on my flaws, but acceptance of my own self is very, very important. So that is social, personal, and
Work life.
work life. Work life is like it's like a home to us. We don't feel it's actually work. We feel we every day when I come here to my office, I honestly feel that this place is mine. Whatever I do here, it is in a way coming back to me only. So it doesn't feel like work. This work has become like it's more like a family to me. For it's been more than a decade. It's a second home. And the kind of warmth that I have received from people, the kind of bonding I have built over the years, and the
Respect you're getting is
respect, and that feel that okay, attachment, or that these are the people who are going to be with you, or these are the people you can fall back on. So this is the family, I think, that we all have. And that is why I don't feel the need of going out and socializing with other groups, because that wavelength sometimes doesn't match. So that wavelength is important. And people say we don't take work to home and home to work, but here honestly we take work to home also, bring home to work also, because that line is not there. Previously my husband was also with Indira for till 2019, and now he's going to rejoin Indira. So again, that thin line of work home. My child is studying in Indira, so it's like घर पर भी we talk about Indira. और इंदिरा में भी होते हैं, तो it doesn't feel कि हम कोई जॉब वाला वो कर रहे हैं. It feels that this is our place.
So आप एक working ladies जो होती है, which आपके जैसे ही सब मैनेज करती है, उन्हें पढ़ाई भी मैनेज कर रही है, घर भी मैनेज कर रही है, वर्क भी मैनेज कर रही है, उनके लिए आप एक क्या एडवाइस दोगे?
आई थिंक एडवाइस मैं यही दूंगी कि आप लोग तो ऑलरेडी काफ़ी सॉर्टेड हो, आपको बहुत सारे लोग बहुत सारी एडवाइस दे रहे होंगे, बट आई वुड से किसी की एडवाइस पे मत जाओ। आप अपने मन की सुनो और अपने मन से डिसाइड करो कि आपके लिए क्या सही है, आपके लिए क्या गलत है। और ये सिर्फ वर्किंग औरतों के लिए नहीं है, इवन फॉर हाउसवाइफ्स। आपको कोई ये बताए कि आप ये गलत कर रही हो, आप घर साफ नहीं रखती, आप बच्चे का ध्यान नहीं रखती, आप किसी का मत सुनो, अपना सुनो। अपना सुनकर डिसाइड करो कि मुझे करना क्या है, मैं सही कर रही हूँ कि गलत। अगर आप अपनी नज़र में सही हो, फिर आपको किसी की वैलिडेशन की ज़रूरत नहीं है। और अगर आप वैलिडेशन ढूंढने जाओगे तो दुनिया में वैलिडेशन लेते थक जाओगे बॉस। कोई ना कोई तो ऐसा होगा जो आप में कोई ना कोई कमी निकाल ही देगा।
वो तो है। थैंक यू सो
Yeah.
मच एंड आई एम थैंकफुल फॉर रेनू मैम।